Hello, circular motion adinga video chain a pen. Banking of roads ibol de hen. Heji masanga chu wetang circular motion ahi vertical circular motion kiti khajong meta topic na. Circular motion to topic ahi wanga chu japan khu energy chapter phala involved de. Aji chu heji vertical circular motion pen khu energy concept by bola le chun. So I think that is more easier. Okay. I approach to Pazona. So here, let's do banking of roads. Video here, some with this sound. Okay, first thing, if you have a level road, level road should be horizontal road. Okay, to something like this. Okay, so I have a car. Hita him so lampi yuma. Car chu hiji car hila chut na. Hiji lang hita hiji car chu. So speed v. Chihi top view. Okay, so this is top view. So if you view it from the back side, back view bang ha. So back view will be like this. Akyang bang akyang so akyang ding la. Okay. So here see when the road is a curve. Gari pa hai na lampi ko ya chi pha le khun bang ha. Suppose I have a curved road. Alampi hi chun circular paths chula na chila hi. So it goes like this. Okay. So the path is circular. Circular hila chun circular motion concept ho chu ki apply ta chu chila hi. Ama sapena chu gari chu circular chi hala chun. So there must be a force, right? So there must be some force, some centripetal force. So that is responsible for this circular motion. Okay. Chichu pi ha. Batang video I say tau chula centripetal force ho chu external chula na external source. External source akuna chu centripetal force ho chu ki form zi chu. Ala chala hi centripetal force pa hi pi hidem. Tu hin na heji road lampi hoi vela chu alang pi chu heji lampi hoi rough surface chu so hi. So this road are a rough surface. So if I try to draw the free body diagram of the vehicle, mg chu ni langam na mass chu mt lewen mg chu ni langam ding achung langa he normal cho normal ding habana chu dang pim na ya betang circular para chi ala chun so asunga gal chunga hen taw lew chun na gal chunga taw lew chun so along the side you will have the pseudo force mv squared by r. Okay, na chi chu he so ke chula zi langa chu mv squared divided by r chila r he pm. So r is the radius of the circular path. Okay, lampi chu na radius of curvature abana chu gari hi velo chun chelang chi velocity hi velo chun chelang chula na. So velocity is along the tangent. So that means along the x-axis hilanga he na. Suppose this is the x-axis, net force 0 hingai chula movement lo chelanga he movement chu along the y box ya na ati le hilanga he velo chun mv square by r ta cho chipen pseudo force pa chu na centrifugal pa chu ala ji langa hi aki cut off pidi aki cancel pidi cut off ngai chula na centripetal force so hulang ha towards the center amum jing chula. So that means here you need to have one force along the side. What is that force? So that force is the friction force. Tire to lumpy ki ka hai na ki contact nahi, so here you'll have friction. Okay, aji chu batang pseudo force hulang ma chelanga ki kai chula na box kha chu chelana kai ala chun. So if you want to prevent that, you have the friction has to act along this side. Okay, so it will oppose the relative motion na friction also in both side tau. Okay, so just go and see there if you want to know more about frictions. Khuti le jo hi force chu ching ta chuna li hoi. So there are no other forces. Okay, ati level hen chelai hi car pa hi ka sei bang chu chelanga chi cho na. So here you have mv squared by r and force. Okay, friction force. Atile tang x-axis langa hi movement am lowa la chun chiteni ki bang chat chula na f to friction force to pseudo force pa he kutile pseudo force pa he na hilaya v pa he. So if you try to increase the speed of this vehicle, okay, vehicle's pass speed to increase le chun ipitiram. So if you increase the v, so this whole thing is going to increase. Okay, if this whole thing is going to keep on increasing speed at tam chana as the speed increases, so this v increases mv squared by r, the whole value increases. Okay, so static friction chipen static chu. So since there is no net movement, so this is a static friction. Okay, static friction so maximum chela na limiting kiti khat chela. Chita banga chu butang he chi pa hi a san chana chu friction force jong sang che na static friction chu self adjustable a hi wanga chu maximum value khanum chu na he chi v pa hi speed pa hi ong hat wal phala khun he chi mv square by r value pa hi na ong san wal phala chun so at one point it will become more than this maximum limiting friction here. Okay, so at that moment the vehicle is going to start sliding towards the right side. Aji chu mv square by r pa force pa hai na. Suppose this is 11 Newton, so this friction is 10 Newton. So now you see there is a resultant net force along this side. Okay, khutila vehicle pa hai na, so this car will start sliding along this side. Okay, so we have to prevent that sliding. Just sliding pa chu kidai lo chula, so that will cause accident. Okay. Hichi banking roads level road ki bolna pena chi banking hilo che hichi level road tang hichi ki bolona pena piji ham tele vehicle khatchu sliding omning ki deilo chulana, so we have to prevent that sliding. Okay, so that sliding is possible as long as this mv square by r na chala mv square by r pa hi, so it is less than or equals to the maximum friction, the limiting friction. Okay, so what is the condition? So there will be no sliding as long as mv square by r. Okay, so this is less than equals to the maximum friction, static friction, limiting friction. Okay, so what is that? So mv square divided by r should be less than or equals to mu s into n. Limiting friction hoy bol so na friction bolai ba so. So here see what is n? N hi pi ha. Motion hi y lang ajong chilang vertical lang ajong for 0 so na. Hi chilai chi pen hi chilang ai. So it is going into the plane. Okay, so if this is y, so this is z, x, then it is going along the z. Okay, so the vehicle atile y langa vertical langa zong net for 0 helachun n to sun mg zu ki bang chat chu. So that means what, mv square divided by r, so is less than equals to mu s into mz. So mm gets cancelled out, so what do you have? V square is less than equals to mu s rz. Okay, so therefore what, v should be less than equals to mu s rz. V is less than equals to root over mu s rz. Okay, so this is the condition for no slipping. Is if we have maximum speed of car. Okay, for no sliding. V chu chi sang a hyong le zo la chun na, chi sang a hong le zo la chun. So if V is more than that, so this V increases and V square by R increases, so now it becomes more than the maximum friction. Chi pha la chun chi lang hai ki slide it cho. Okay, car chun na. So remember only this one. Okay, for a level road, a maximum speed of the car should go in a circular path such that there is no sliding. So mu rz. Okay. So now you have a inclined plane. Level road here chun lampi chu gu hong zu ni khun nal de na. So okay. So therefore to provide more friction. Okay, it's like friction pa hai na. So friction may here, so sometimes it is not sufficient. So friction alone is not sufficient to prevent this sliding. Okay, reality as ji chu biham de la gari speed ho na. So most of the car are going 70-80, right? So with 70-80, if you have a level road, a curve level road, then so there is a very high chance there will be sliding. Okay, guzu ni ho bang le na. So the friction becomes lesser during rainy days. Okay, to prevent that, so now we are going to bank the road. Lampi chu, so the road is the same thing. Okay, so curve road mama hintin, car chu chalai oma, ahivanga so big view. So this is the top view. Okay, the top view is a big view upon a level closer. So level means horizontal. Okay, so now the road is bank at some angle with the horizontal. Car chu hit am dacha. Okay, so this is the car. So this is the big view, ne? Atelaja hi force hoga zile when ppdm. Must spend mz chu downwards. Okay, so mz is downwards. Right, so what are the normal chu silang hai na? So this is the normal. Okay, so mv square by r chu silang hai. So mv square divided by r. Okay, bana friction chu hilang am them. Friction, must have been a friction. So frictionless, let's see first. So if there is no friction, n to hin, mz to hin, mv square by r. So force to mum na friction mole. Okay, so here let's try to see. Vila jun chela hi inclined plane nampha lakhun xy hu tikable zeta. So we take it like this, right? Yes. So you can do like this, or you can just use this one. Okay, xy like this. So let's try to split these forces along y and x. Hitting allowed that in. So let's take the xy like this. Okay, x and y. Atilai hi normal pa ko na, normal pa ko ka split ngai ta so. So if I split the normal, what will you have? So along the vertical, tangchi theta so here you have this is theta. Okay, so that means if I draw a vertical parallel line like this, so this is theta, right? So if I have see, this is 90 minus theta, so this is theta. Okay, right? So that means I will have theta here. Okay, silang ahi pilih ha, silang ahi n cos theta. Okay, silang ahi n sin theta. Okay, so betang motion cho hilang am ha, motion cho chi x a hi a chi y a hi la chun z langa chu motion chu na kar pa hi ati la hilang vertical langa hi net force 0 hi za motion lo na, horizontal langa jong hi net force 0. Okay, motion lo na, motion chu z langa cho into the plane. Force ko tile force fx equals to 0 to fy equals to 0. Okay, x langa chu pibim ham mv square divided by r plus minus n sine theta, so equals to 0. Mv square divided by r equals to n sine theta. Okay, equation 1. Aba na y lang sa bol na y lang sa piham. So you have n cos theta plus minus mz should be equals to 0. So from here n cos theta should be equals to m into z. Question number 2. Okay, equation number 1 to 2 here divide bol na. So let's say equation number 1 divided by 2 bol han. So xy is like this. Okay, I'll draw here x and y. So if I take equation number 1 divided by 2, okay, being put there. So n sine theta divided by n cos theta. Okay. So it's equation number 2. I think got goal 2 level. So n sine theta is equals to mv square divided by r. Equation number 1. Now left hand side to divide by sine by cos. Okay, but the right side ha. So mv square divided by r divided by mz. So mz is here. Okay. So nn gets cancelled out, gets cancelled out, remaining jo ha. So tan theta should be equals to v square divided by r into z. Nah, so here from here, what is v square? So v square is equals to rz tan theta. Okay, or v so v equals to root over rz tan theta. Okay, this is the maximum speed of the car for no sliding. Root over rz tan theta sang san there will be sliding. Okay, it's a maximum speed for no sliding. Okay, so you can write here. So v should be less than or equals to rz tan theta. Okay, so this is the actual way of writing. Na speed to sang hai atlom zo alachun sliding uno din jo. Sliding So here, if you have a frictionless inclined rod, so the condition is v should be less than root over rz tan theta. Okay. Abana chalai friction hong malachun heta bangata. Utang to happy bolata must have been a level rod achu maximum speed to ha. So root over mu rz chulana. To he inclined plane with without friction to rz tan theta. Okay, mu home lo chu friction lo na. To he friction hong malachun. So now you see, I have an inclined rod. Sila hi theta na, hi theta is a car to hita hi Okay, let's draw the free body diagram. Friction to hi rough ta surface pa hi. So this is rough. Azo pen to smooth. Okay. Atile car pa FBT chu tabang ha. Downward cha chu watang. So this is the incline. So here you have theta. Okay. Downward la chu MZM na la MZM ma. Normal chu chilang hai normal ma. Okay. So on this side you have mv square divided by r. R chu radius of the circular part. Abana chu friction hoy ngam ta. Metang. Chilang side hai kaya la chun mv square by r in kaya la chun friction chu opposite arm ngai chula na. So the car will try to slide upward. Okay. So to prevent this, friction has to act downwards. Hotel friction chu chilang hai ngai cha. This is F. Okay. Right. So you take the sign convention. Chi x, chi y na. Atil n who ka split ngai, but the friction force ka split ngai na. Is that it? So along this I have one n, along this I have one n. Hichi theta ila chong theta na, azo ka say pen. So this is n cos theta. Okay, so this is n sin theta. Abana for friction pass on split leuchun. So one component of friction will be along this side. So that is f. So this is theta. So f sin theta. And along this side I have f cos theta. Okay. Atile normal to for friction pen to xy arm lo ja chu ka split ta na. Mv square by r to mz pa hi x to y arm na chu chiten split ngai lo na. So now you write again. Ka say banga chu chilang x lang to hin y lang hi movement lo chu. So along the z it is moving. Car chu see into the page a chi chu na la hi. So that means it is moving along the z. Okay, along the x and y the net force is 0. Atile mas apena chu fx equals to 0. Is that for f like x lang so mv square by r ma. Okay, so minus n sin theta minus f cos theta. So this is 0. Okay, so from here I can write mv square divided by r minus n sin theta. So minus mu into n. Friction so mu into n na. So cos theta equals to 0. So transferred n natin in zila transfer lesson mv square divided by r. So this is equals to so n sin theta n pa hi common la lesson n sin theta plus mu cos theta. Okay, equation 1. Or let's write like this. So extensible lesson n into sin. Okay, just like equation 1. Yeah. So along the y you take again. So fy equals to 0. Atila y lang also pim ham n cos theta. Okay, so minus anui lang ako f sin theta ma. So minus mz equals to 0. Mz jang so downwards chula na. Mz pa hizi lang transfer lejon. So n cos theta minus mu into n sin theta. Okay. So this is equals to mz. Okay, I'll just try to exchange. Velang apa zilang kala zilang apa velang ko. So that means I'll have mz equals to, so n is common, cos theta minus mu sin theta. So equation number 2. Okay, now you divided this to equation 1 and equation 2. So I ibol tabang basa na. So equation 1 divided by equation 2, ipide ha. So velang so n sin theta plus mu n into sin theta plus mu cos theta. So divided by n into cos theta minus mu into sin theta should be equals to mv square divided by r. So mv square divided by r into mz. Okay, is that important? So nn gets cancelled out. Okay, mm gets cancelled out. So that means I will have so rz, rz pa hai na. So you transfer along this side. So you have rz into sin theta plus mu cos theta. Okay. Okay, theta. So divide by cos theta minus mu sin theta. So this is v square. Atila hejela hi divide velang pa hai na. So divide numerator and denominator by cos theta. So is that important? So rz into sin by cos to 10 plus mu cos by cos to 1 na. Divide by cos to 1 mu into tan theta. Okay, so this is equals to v square. So v square means root comes here. Okay, so this is v. Okay, so I can also write like this. As long as v is less than or equals to rz, so mu plus tan theta, okay, divided by 1 minus mu tan theta. Okay, so as long as this is satisfied, so there will be no sliding. Okay, so this is the condition. So the maximum speed for no sliding. Okay. Yeah. So root over rz into mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu into tan theta. Lampi chu na, lampi chu rough surface here, inclined plane here chun maximum speed chu chi. Okay. Matang also inclined plane speed low pass na. So here in for frictionless, okay. So if you want to get this formula, chilai pa rajon na bol the chu chilai pa mu pa he na 0 put leo chun. Smooth kiti chu friction lo mu 0 chura na. So if you put mu equals to 0 here, what will you get? So v is less than equals to root over rz. So 0 plus tan theta. So divided by 1 minus 0 into tan theta. Okay, so how much will you have? So v is less than rz into tan theta. Anu yako divided by 1 na. So you get the same answer again. Okay. Right, so for incline rough, so this is the condition, okay, the maximum speed. So I think this much. Level road achu chihi hisa, inclined frictionless achu chihi hisa, bana inclined rough achu na. So the maximum speed is this, okay. So question khaleni ga solve within, so I will that will be it, okay, for this lecture. Okay, then first question, the road at a circular turn of radius 10 is banking by angles of 45 degree. So with what speed the vehicle should move on turn so the normal contact force is able to provide the necessary centripetal force. Another way of saying is so for no sliding, okay, so for no sliding. It's even 10 degree kipi. Okay, so 10 degrees given, so I'm making 45 to make it more easier calculations, okay. Then here the friction tang bank road here friction formula chapitam. So v should be less than equals to root over rz into what, tan theta. Okay, so that means what, r choose r kipi 10 kipi na. So z is 10, so 10 45. So how much will you have? So this will be, so 10 into 10 into, so 10 square into 10 45 to 1 na. How much? So this is 10 meter per second. Okay, so the maximum speed. Right, next question. A car of 800 kg is taking on a bank road of radius kipia, angles on kipia. The coefficient of static friction. Okay, so now you're given mu. So mu s is given as 0.2. Okay, so the maximum speed with which the car can negotiate the turn safely is. Bank road here, friction male. So na formula chapitam. So v should be less than equals to root over rz into pita. So mu plus 10, right? So divided by 1 minus mu into tan theta. So put the values here. So you have r is what, 300 into z is 10. So mu is 0.2 plus 1030. 1030 so 1030 is 1 by root 3. Okay, so 1 by root 3 divided by, so 1 minus mu is 0.2 into 1 by root 3. So you have a square root. Right, you have to solve this big numericals. 3000 into 0.2 plus 1 divided by 1.73. Root 3 values 1.73 na. So divided by 1 minus 0.2 into, so 1 divided by 1.73. Okay, so this is under root. So this is a pure calculation. It's a solve lesson is so 3000 into, so 0.2 into 1.73 to 3 are 6. Okay, I'll just solve here. So 2 3 are 6, 2 7 are 14, 2 1 is 2 3. Okay, so 0.346 plus 1 is 1.346. So 3000 into 1.346 divided by 1.73 divided by 1 minus 2, Japan here, 1 minus 0.2 by 1.73. 1.73 minus 0.2. So this is 1.53. So I will have 1.53 divided by 1.73. So all these are under root. Okay. So 1.73, 1.73 gets cancelled out. So remaining is 3000 into. So when you have decimal point, you just remove it. Okay. So 1346 into points of decimal digit. So there are 3 digits, right? So I have the 10 power minus 3 here. Okay, 10 power minus 3. So divided by, so 153 into 10 power minus 2. This is points of digit niyam na. So this is root. Okay, you have to keep on solving. Okay. So you can start cancelling out. Okay, so 3 into 1000, right? So 3, 5 are 15. 1 is 3. Atile. So 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 1. Okay. So 10 power minus 1 to 1000 hiki gobalasun. So you will have remaining is 100. Okay, so 100 is remaining. So into 1346 divided by 51 ham. So I will write here 1346 divided by 51. So 5, 2 are 10, 2, 1 is 2, 2, 5 are 10. Okay, so 2, 3, 6. So 5, 6 are 30, na? 6, 1 is 6, 6, 5 are 30. Okay, so here you have 26 point something. Okay, 26, see, I'm not going to get the exact value. So 26 point something is here into 100. Ale option here value option here. So when you have 51 point something, okay, so when you have 1027 and then 26. Atila chala he 26 something na ji. So 26 he which is square item. So you see 5 square is what? 5 square is 25. Okay. And then 6 square is what? 6 square is 36. Right? So that means this 26 will be in between 5 point something. Okay, 5.1 or 5.2 squares. Okay. Right? So if I have, suppose I take this as 5.1 square. Okay, 51 square. Or not 51, 5.1 square. I have 100 here. So when it comes out, so out of this, you'll get 10 outside. So let's say this is 25 approximately. Okay, then 5 will come out. So the answer will be 50 something. So in the option, you have close to 50, you have 51.4. Okay, so that will be your answer. Competitive exam na answer value exact sa jong ho ahol ngai na chu hung mai the na jong la lang pi option na ko nai jong la ki he cho lang pi option ho hi ta yang ki hi ala chun na. So sometimes you can just take approximate values. Okay, like this. Right? Okay, next you have one last question. A car mass M moves on a bank road having radius small r, banking angle theta. So to avoid slipping from bank road, the maximum permissible speed of the car is v naught. Okay, so then the coefficient of mu between the wheel. Tang to hai v naught ke pia mu no holo dio na formula so pita. So maximum speed pa chu v naught here la chun formula so rz. So here I'll write square. Okay, r square equals to. So here I have mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu into tan theta. So you bring this rz down here on the left side. So on the left I will have here v naught square divided by rz. Okay, so this is equals to mu plus all those things. Now you do cross multiplication. You bring this here. Okay, you bring this here, right? So what will you have? So v naught square into 1 is v naught square minus v naught square into mu tan theta. Okay, so this is equals to rz into mu, right? Plus rz into tan theta. Okay. Mu i ho lo diu chula na mu tan chu sai lang khala koi lo chun. So mu tan chu ji lang transfer lang adang ho si. So v square minus rz tan theta should be equals to, so rz into mu plus v naught square into mu into tan theta. Okay, on the right side mu is common. RZ plus V naught square tan theta. V lang also pim ha V naught square minus RZ tan theta. Okay, so you bring the whole thing. So bring the whole thing here downward. Is that the final answer? So mu should be equals to, so V naught square minus RZ tan theta. So divided by RZ plus V naught square tan theta. Option na so hichipen ha. So RZ plus V naught square tan theta. So you have option B is wrong, D is wrong. Achung na so V naught square minus. Okay, that means you have option C. Okay. So I think we have covered everything in circular motion. Circular motion he di so it is a chapter dang ako na ki apply beta che concept pa hi. Bang he separate chapter he NCRT zong umlong sana. But if you see it here, you have a separate chapter there. Okay. So you're going to use this concept of circular motion in the rest of the chapters. Electrostatics la avial na ti avial hijilala ko na mandu za. So the application part is important. Okay. Atile chanchu circular motion chapter I bolte sisio. Okay. Vertical circular motion pahi energy chapter I bol pali bolio. Okay. Right, so I hope you understand. We'll stop this video here. Abana ho piha, abana ho work power energy chapter I parki. Okay. So thank you for watching.